Hey everybody, thanks for coming back to Two Guys Take on Real Estate. I've been itching to get this guest on our channel for the longest time. This is Jeff. He's from Nuking Street Pest Control, this pest control company with the absolute coolest sounding name ever. Jeff, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we really appreciate you not just being on the show today, but we've worked with you for a long time, so we really appreciate all the work you've done with us. Tell our viewers that are watching this stuff at home what some of the benefits are of having a regular pest control service, working with them.
So some of the best things that I can recommend when you have a long-term service, one is we have our eyes and ears on your property, so we know what's going on. When we do preventive maintenance, we're there on a regular basis. We can see changes that occur as new folks come and go. We can track any kind of pest issue over a long period of time. So whenever something happens, we have documentation that we can refer to say, okay, we've never had cockroaches in this property before. So-and-so moved in and all of a sudden there's a cockroach problem.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge. From an owner perspective, I can't tell you, how frustrating it is with certain types of states where the owner has responsibility to maintain a pest-free environment. And that sounds great and that sounds fair. But when you're talking about a multifamily property and you've never had a history of a pest issue, nothing changed except the tenant that moved in, and they create a pest issue, let's face it, right? The owner is the one responsible for that and essentially is at fault in that situation. That background of having a regular pest control service really, really helps kind of turn that table a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And in addition to that, when you have a tenant that's non-compliant to getting that problem resolved, that kind of shifts the onus on them.
When you say they don't comply or they're not cooperating, what kind of burdens are we putting on them to resolve an issue that, let's face it, they probably really created?
A lot of times tenants may not allow us access to the property. They refuse the service or just, won't let us in.
That doesn't make any sense, Jeff. Why would somebody not let you in to resolve a problem that they claim the landlord caused, or even if they caused it? Why would somebody say, no, please don't stop these bugs, please don't stop these mice? Why would they say that?
There's a lot of reasons. I couldn't even begin to speculate.
We've got a lot of history working with your business, and we've had, thousands of tenants over the years. And I will tell you, 100%, we don't hear about a lot of issues. Nobody reports a lot of issues, even pest issues, until they're being held accountable or they're upset, and it's reactionary. What is the difference if somebody reports an issue early versus waiting 5 months to getting into the eviction process and then brings it up? How does that impact resolving the issue?
When somebody reports an issue, we can act on it almost immediately. And the best thing about that is you don't have to use all the heavy duty chemical, or you don't have to kick them out of the place while you're doing your work. It works out a whole lot better versus if they wait till the last minute and they say they actually do have a raging cockroach or rat infestation of their place. It's going to take longer to get rid of that problem.
But usually it's what? Probably sanitary issues?
Typically habits, where they're putting trash has a lot to do with it. If they're not cleaning their place on a regular basis, they're there for food, water, and harborage. So all of those things contribute.
So what are some of the things an owner can do to prevent that from happening in the first place, or prevent a small problem from becoming a large problem?
So more frequent inspections, either monthly or quarterly, just kind of look around to see what kind of issues, and just even asking tenants, hey, is there any kind of problem that you guys want us to take care of or you're seeing?
So have a way for tenants to report an issue, but know that a lot of tenants won't report issues. But you're saying be proactive, and don't wait for somebody to tell you, hey, I have a problem. Go out every quarter and see if they have a problem and then treat for it accordingly.
Absolutely.
What do you recommend for somebody who maybe is starting out, just getting started with their first multifamily house?
Yeah, I would recommend at least having an inspection done. So when you get a home inspection, a lot of times the home inspector may have a license for pest control just so that they can do like a termite inspection, but they may not be a professional exterminator, so they may not know to look for those little details, and they don't even have to be disclosed in that inspection.
Wow.
So having a regular pest control person who is used to that, they can go through and look through the property with a fine-tooth comb and identify those little nuance issues.
Let's talk about the fun stuff, right? Everybody wants to talk about, procedures and preventativeness, but let's talk about the horror stories, right? The train wreck situations. What are some of the craziest things you've seen in maybe some of our properties over the years, or just in general out there throughout doing some business?
I mean, we've walked into places where people were like hoarding, but then there's places that there's lots of excessive clutter. Walked into places where they've had hundreds and hundreds of mice just running all over the place. And even the pictures couldn't do it justice. And I mean, places where we've taken snap traps for mice, put them down in a closet, and within 20 seconds, you hear it snap. You put it down, you clear out the trap, put it back down, and another 20 seconds go by and hit it again. I mean, and you know, the videos and pictures that we take can accommodate for the smell. There's been places where I've done inspections for somebody who had like the town board of health go through,
right,
a sanitarian, and they were telling judges, this tenant is the model of cleanliness, and you know, there's no way that they caused the problems.
Yep.
Well, we've taken pictures, and the floors were black. There's trash piled up. You could see like stuff was wet, and we showed it to the judge in court.
Yeah.
And the judge actually looked at both of us and said, "Are we talking about the same apartment here?"
This is one thing that I think a lot of our viewers, I think a lot of people in the country just really don't have an idea of how crazy. I'm getting itchy just thinking about it, Jeff. Let's talk about bed bugs.
All right.
Let's talk about bed bugs. Is that a real thing? That's a real thing?
Oh yeah.
I thought it was just like what your mom says to you, you know, when you go to bed at night as a kid, right? What did they say? Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Yep.
That's a real thing. I had no idea until I started doing this.
Oh yeah.
This is crazy. Tell me a little bit about bed bugs, your experience dealing with some of that stuff. Give me some stories.
Yeah, so bed bugs have been with people since people have began. Originally, it was thought that bed bugs evolved from bat bugs, which, you know, infest bat roosting areas. So when people were living in caves, caveman times, they thought that they evolved from that to prefer human blood. And recently they've actually debunked that. They showed genetic testing showing that they've been around longer than that. So they were around when dinosaurs were around.
How hard is it to treat an issue if it's noticed early on versus if it's not been noticed until maybe the tenant brings it up as a counterclaim against a landlord 6 months later?
It's a lot easier to treat when there's very few. You almost don't even have to use any chemicals. You can do everything with steam, vacuuming, just paying attention. And if you don't, then try to use like chemicals and stuff like that. They're still hiding out and populating your place. Then it gets harder to get rid of them because they've already been exposed to chemical. They become resistant to it. You know, so we find a lot of folks don't want to tell you what they did because they're afraid they're going to get in trouble.
Right. Yeah.
And it actually makes it harder just because now we have to automatically assume it's worst case scenario, and then we have to bring out the big guns to take care of that.
And just thinking about it, I mean, I'm having a hard time like just not itching myself.
Yeah.
And I know at 2 a.m. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be like, what was that? Was that a bed bug biting me? What was that? Turning on the lights and looking. Where do bed bugs start? I mean, is it in the bed? I mean, is it that's where you'd find them? Like where does a breakout start in an apartment or a household?
Yeah, so it depends on how they got deposited in the house or apartment. Bed bugs want to stay within 2 feet from wherever somebody is sleeping for the most part because they're not moving. It's easier for them to get to them. Bed bugs can't jump or fly or anything like that. They actually don't have hooks on the end of their feet, so it's hard for them to climb.
Okay.
So they're going to hide out where it's easy to get to somebody.
Okay, well, I don't even know what to say anymore when it comes to talking about bed bugs. That's just one of those things that I think gives me and probably a lot of our viewers the creeps. But way more common in rental property than I ever would have thought. So I mean, the trick, right, as always, catching stuff early, being preventative. Don't wait for a tenant to report the issue to you. Be proactive. Be out there 4 times a year. Reach out to your tenant and say, hey, have you had any pest issues? You know, get them to sign off saying they have or they have it, and help them understand that pest control service is separate from anything. If that's cool, you're behind a month on your rent, don't worry. If you have an issue, still report it to us. I'm still going to take care of it. Jeff, he's from New King Street Pest Control, and he's been a pest control service we've worked with for many, many years now. I think we're putting his whole family through college probably at this point. So thank you very much for being on the channel. If you guys want to learn more about anything in the world of real estate, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Hang out here for more tips, tricks, interviews, and bug stories here at Two Guys Take on Real Estate.